Well, it's that time of year. And by that time of year, I mean winter break is started. And then everyone's bored. Because as usual, this year, there's nothing to do and there's nowhere to go. So here I am with more ideas of things to do when you're bored. And I'm also gonna paint my nails because I'm bored. So there's thing one. Okay, so thing one, paint your nails. Learn some really complicated like Instagram nail art and then paint someone else's nails because you never want to try that on yourself first in case it looks bad. Learn a new language. I'm sure you signed up for Duolingo in middle school and you're still getting emails from the Psycho Owl, so follow up. Like, learn some Klingon. I don't know who you could talk to if you learn Klingon, but it's something to put on your resume. It shows dedication and perseverance, I guess. Watch Star Trek. That's another one. Like the old Star Trek, like Leonard Nimoy Star Trek. What other things are there to do? Go bird watching. Go on a hike. Lots of places there, like most places, there are hiking trails that, you just might not know about them because they're kind of hidden. Go ride a bike. Get some fresh air. Get some wind in your hair. I look like I already have wind in my hair, so I don't need to do that. Revisit some like 2013 DIYs, like back when everyone was making crayon lipstick. Which I'll be honest with you is the kind of content I would have like if I didn't already know that it happened. Like if it hadn't happened then, that would be the kind of thing that I would be like, yeah, that's what people are going to be doing in quarantine, is making crayon lipstick. I don't know who invented that, but whoever it was ahead of their time. Read about history, read about science, because it's like, the way of the future. Here's a fun fact. If you are currently in school, I would bet you have access to a database or several databases, and a lot of those databases can get you access to like BBC Earth and like educational films, sometimes usually like National Geographic stuff that you can't find on like Netflix or YouTube for free. But if you have access to a database, a lot of times you can get that stuff. So, if you're a nerd like me, it's really helpful because sometimes I just want to watch David Attenborough narrate Jellyfish and just sort of dissociate. Jellyfish have it so easy. They just gotta float around and look pretty. Okay, base coat done. Wait for it dry. Oh, you could paint a wall, watch paint dry, watch grass grow. Those are two things. You could do those. You could watch all my videos. According to like the YouTube Rewind, I made like 123 minutes of content this year, so that's like 2 hours that you could kill. I'm gonna do black because it matches. I could try and come up with a name of every color that you can think of. Like all those weird in-between colors, give them names. And not names like blue-green, okay? Like a real name. Like, because you could call purple red blue, but it's not. Like, it has its own new thing. So come up with a new name for all the colors in the world. That'll take you a fat minute. Revisit a childhood role-playing game website. Me particularly, I'm quite fond of Club Penguin. And for those people who heard that it got closed, it did. But what happened was some fans like bought the rights to the website or something. I'm not sure. But so Club Penguin is back again. You can make an account today. I will link it in the description. And they kind of like, you can have any color puffle you want. Unlike in the old version, you can have as many as you want and whatever color you want. Because Club Penguin said eat the rich. Ooh, watch some like old horror movies. I mean, none of them are scary anymore because we're so used to special effects, but like Tarantula, icon. They just built a really tiny city and had a normal sized tarantula crawl over it. It's very fun to watch. I hope that bug lived a long and happy life. Get into some old black and white TV. The originals of a lot of these reboots that have come out, like Lost in Space, Addams Family. Get into musical theater. If you are really desperate for something to do, and you're completely bored out of your mind and willing to go even more out of your mind, musical theater, man, it'll take you there. And then you'll never leave. Train yourself to write with your other hand, like the non-dominant hand. Journal. You know, just, there are a lot of writing prompts online. I'll link to some of them. Just sit down and like write for 10 minutes. Like continue writing. Do not pick a pencil, pen, whatever, off the paper. And like write with a pen and paper or pencil and paper, like analog write. Don't type it, because I bet you spend too much time on the internet already. I mean, if you're watching this, you spend too much time on the internet. Look at a window. Not out the window, at a window. Like I'm waving goodbye to my whole sense of self. And in a way, I am. Look at this. I haven't done my nails in so long because there's nowhere to go. Speaking of nowhere to go, put on all the outfits you didn't get a chance to wear because the whole world is closed, and just have a fashion show by yourself, maybe with a pet. Chew some gum and just contemplate your existence in the world. If it's nighttime and you're bored, you could learn some constellations, because that's really a fun thing to pull out at parties, except there aren't any parties. But you know, in the future, if you are ever at a party and it's nighttime and you just bust out like astronomy, I guarantee you people will look at you. Can't guarantee that you'll make any friends doing this, but people will be interested for at least a minute and a half. You listen to some ASMR, create some ASMR, and then don't tell anyone what you're doing. Just let people walk into your room or wherever it is with you, like tapping on like a door and whispering into a camera or a microphone, because that's way more entertaining, is if you don't tell people what's going on. Come up with a list of potential dog names, or any pet, potential pet names, and or potential children names. Because for me, those are all like they're different categories of names. Like I would never have the same list of names I like for a dog and then names I like for a person, because there's very little overlap. I don't know. I think dogs with like really people-y sounding names are kind of funny. Like I really want to name a dog Steve and then walk around and be like, sorry, I need to go home, I need to get Steve out, and then not tell people Steve's the dog, because I just think that would be hilarious. What you're learning about me today is I like to do things to entertain myself without any real regard of how they affect other people. But in a harmless way, you know, about like people are confused and then they get over it. You could look at real estate online. Oh, here's something that's actually, like, if you want to stimulate your brain and actually try to understand something, learn how sports work, because apparently it's really complicated. Or pick like a weird sport, like cricket. Cricket's super complicated. And then become an expert in the rules of engagement of cricket, or like croquet, some other sport that starts with a C. Curling, start with C. Oh, make alphabet lists. Okay, So the way that this works is you pick a letter and a category of things, and then you give, like, you set a time limit, like 2 or 3 minutes or something like that. And then you write down as many things that you can think of that are of like sports that start with the letter C, and then you write as many as you can think of down. And the way it works as a game is that you and the other people compare the lists, and however many ones that you got that nobody else had, that's how many points you get. And you can do this on Zoom, or you can do it on text, or you can do it in person if that's an option for you. So I'm finished painting my nails, and I'm sure this, you can, yeah, I don't know. I think these turned out pretty well. I like the sparkles and the shine. I don't know. I might cave and put all glitter on all of them. I don't know. Anyway, hope that either kills your, I'm sure this is going to be super, super long. So sorry. But you know, if you stayed this entire time, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You know, I post new videos every Monday, so check back in next week. I will hopefully do something maybe more exciting. So, you know, thanks for watching. I hope this cured your boredom for a little bit, or gave you some ideas, and I will see you next week. Until then, have a great day, and then a great week, and hopefully a great life. I'm gonna get nail polish in my hair. I should do that.